So I've been meaning to talk about like my tattoo story. So I'm gonna start with my first tattoo I got um, in my hometown when I was like 17 in Lockport, New York. I knew a dude. I don't even know how I knew him. I used to just kind of like see him. I was in a band. And, as a kid from like the time I was 14 till whenever, I was in a punk rock band called Citizen X in Lockport, New York. And I don't know, I just kind of knew a dude that I seen. He had a lot of tattoos. And back in the late 80s, early 90s, not a lot of people had tattoos like that. So he was a tattoo artist. And, I was telling him I had a bunch of dumbass ideas. Tribals were really popular at the time. So my first tattoo was a tribal in here that I'll show you if I can be so bold. My first tattoo, you can kind of see certain areas. You can kind of see it there. See them little dark lines where it's covered up. So a dude, he did that. I was 17. I think I paid $30 for it. Well, a little bit later, I hated it, but I moved to Las Vegas, right? So I had a dude put this solid black fucking band all the way around my arm, which took about 11 hours, and it was so fucking painful. Especially like in here where the bicep is. Holy fuck. So the dude that did it, it's funny, I went to some shithole on Las Vegas Boulevard. I want to say it was called like Diversity Tattoos or something. It was more of a tourist spot. But the dude I met, was from Buffalo, New York. And years later, right before I had gotten sober, I had gotten arrested and they impounded my car, right? Well, I remember him in Vegas, and this is kind of off on a tangent, but it's important. I remember him in Vegas saying he was getting divorced, and, I went over his house. He touched up my tattoo. He was a good dude, man. He was a short little dude, but he had fucking tattoos all over too. Like, he had really good ink. He was the dude in the police impound garage with tattoos all over that gave me my car keys. I said, bro, didn't you used to live in Las Vegas and work at a tattoo shop? I go, bro, look at this shit. He goes, I remember doing. I go, yeah, man. I said, what's going on? I moved back here and da-da-da-da. I said, so did I. I said, fucking, and I said, not for long, but, yeah, so, I got a tribal. I think his name was David Cooper. I thought I had a bunch of dumb ideas, like tribal was, you don't really, I ended up getting it covered up because, like fucking wrestlers were starting to get tattoos, tribals were getting popular. You're seeing tribal t-shirts. I was like, nah, I'm not having this shit on my arm. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not against tribal, but I didn't like mine, and it didn't go all the way around. And I thought that shit looked kind of pussyish. You know what I mean? Like, you need to have a tattoo all the way around. So I went and got it covered up. The dude ended up doing a tattoo in Lockport, my hometown, the one that did my tribal. He did one on my girlfriend at the time of a gargoyle, and I thought it really looked cool on her like ankle. And I don't know whatever happened to the dude. I kind of briefly touched base with him, but I remember I got the tattoo and I was like 17 or something, and my dad was kind of pissed, like, what would you do that for? And I was like, please, because tattoos were bad news. I was just telling the kid he's got a neck piece. He came into the store, and I said, man, I'm really curious about getting my neck done. I know people think I'm joking around, but I I'm thinking about getting something on my neck, and I really don't give a fuck what anybody on here thinks or anybody, to be honest with you, because I just don't care. It's like talking to him. I said, man, back when I was a kid, I remember the moment I started going, I'm going to start getting tattoos. I think I was with my mom or my, some girl that I knew. We were at a Greek restaurant, and the waitress came up, and I was running I don't remember, but I was in my 30s, and this girl that came up, she was like 18 and covered in tattoos. And I didn't want to get tattoos because I was kind of a big doofus, and I was bald, and people kind of looked at you like you were, with tattoos. They already, I don't know, I had people think like that I had been in jail or stuff like that, and because of my stature, or that I must have been an inmate or something. And if I had tattoos anywhere, people would be uncomfortable letting me in their house, so to speak. And that's how I make my money. But I just said fuck it, and then I made the big decision to get this one done by Greg at Arboreal Ink, and I'll talk about that one more, and my alien one that Greg did, and I got one done by a singer in one of my bands that I was in called Patriot. And I don't know, I just said I'm just gonna start getting tattoos, and I don't know, I'd like to get like a cat, like a cool, like, I don't know, like a stuffed animal kind of cat. Something that doesn't look menacing, or a statue of a cat, in like gray and black, like old school, like English style, whatever it's called, black and gray. But I don't know, they're just ideas. I wanted to get ice cream across my stomach in like gangster letters, At one time I still like that idea, to be honest with you. I'm thinking about it. Still, I like that. I just don't know if I don't know if I could sit through it. One thing, after I had my neck surgery and my fibromyalgia or whatever the fuck it is, the tattoos seemed to be more painful for me after my spine was fucking operated on, it seemed. I don't know if that's accurate, or if I'm just turned into a big pussy, but I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I don't really have the money. I probably won't get any more, to be honest with you.